What's up, you guys? This is going to be a um, Pisces new moon energy reading. So I'm over here trying to set up all my cards, and they all fail. Most of them fail. Okay, so anywhere, I'm gonna have to make it. Okay, so I wanted to do a divine love union reading for the Pisces new moon with Mercury retrograde hitting around the same time. I think the same day or the same time. I don't know. Around the same energy time frame. So I want to do a reading on that for everybody. This is a collective energy reading. This is not a general reading for all, like for individual signs. It's for everybody collectively. If it resonates with you, it resonates. If it does not resonate, then the message is not meant for you. Okay, y'all? So let's go ahead and get into this reading. I'm going to ask the Most High God to come through this reading with nothing but love, light, truth, and clarity. I also ask that my ego be placed aside during this reading, that I am present fully in my higher self and a vessel for the divine message for the Most High God, or from the Most High God for the collective. I also ask that there is a divine protective energy that surrounds me during this reading so that no lower vibrational energies or entities may distract me, try to deceive, or come through with anything that is non-constructive to this reading. All right. So I don't know where I want to start. Thank you, Most High God. Thank you. I call Archangel Michael forth as well. Anyone that's watching, if you guys are here with love, light, and intentions of good, I send that loving energy back to you tenfold. If you are a person who is here with negative intentions, I send that energy back to you tenfold so that it may mirror back to you and you deal with it, okay? All right, let's keep it moving. Ew, it's like, never mind, I don't know. Could be tripping. All right, let's get into it. Where do I want to start? Let's look at the energy of the collective of those of you who do identify with divine feminine energy. Let's start with you. If you identify as a divine feminine energy, where are you at? Where's your energy? You know, how is this new moon in Pisces and this Mercury retrograde going to affect your energy in relations to union with yourself and union with your divine counterpart, whether that person be known or unknown? How is this going to affect your energy? Strategy with Athena. So strategy. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the energy. Solar plexus, darkest fears, move, and helpless and hopeless. Okay. So let's get a start on this. So your overall energy is strategy. So I feel like this is you taking divine direction in what changes need to be made, what moves need to be made, whether this is you doing this on your own, basically. I feel like this is divine guidance that you're receiving on what moves to make and what to focus on and what not to focus on, what to heal, and so on and so forth. So you have the solar plexus card, which is in your mental position. So in your mind, it's like you're practicing. Some of you guys may be stating affirmations to help you overcome anxieties and fears. So some of you guys have shifted your energy from lower base thinking and worrying about the divine situation with your counterpart or the divine connection itself. You're not worried about what this person is doing or not doing. You guys are focused on whatever spirit is placed upon you, because it could be that some of you guys know, or you've realized, or you've grown comfortable with the understanding that when you do what you need to do in life, whatever spirit is asking of you in this moment or in this point in your life, that no matter what you do, the person that is your divine counterpart is also moving forward as well. So when you do the work, they're also doing the work, basically. So I feel like you guys in your heart space, you do have a little bit of fear as far as to if this person still has feelings for you Have they forgotten about me? Do they still care? Some of you guys may be feeling your divine counterparts' fears and anxieties and worries very heavily. Like you can kind of sense what they're thinking and what they're going through mentally, their agony, and it may hurt you a little bit to know this. This person is going through a transformation. They're going through a phase in their life, and they're at a point in their life where it can be a little bit dark, but it's not that of a, it's not the dark night of the soul energy with the death card. It's more like light, like a moment, like a quick dark night of the soul. It's not a heavy, deep depression. They could be going through a slight depression for some of them, or just very anxious. So your focus is on moving forward towards this divine connection in the way that you're being guided to with the movement card, which is like the chariot card in traditional tarot. So you're following divine spirit's lead. Most of you, some of you guys may still need to work on control issues with trying to steer things in the way that you want them to. That's against what divine spirit has planned for you. So you have the Four of Swords. So yeah, this is a period of, there might not be much activity during this time period for you guys. Like it might not be much physical movement, but energetically. Oh, my cat. Are you okay? Oh, Ollie. So for some of you, oh baby, she's sick. Oh, goodness. I don't know if, like, my cats could be going through ascension symptoms too. I don't know, but it's a weather change. Like it was cold and now it's like warm now. Ollie, oh baby, you have, oh, okay, Ollie. Yeah, your throat itches. She has a bad cough and she's kind of trying to clean her throat from that phlegm, I guess. Poor baby. You okay? So what I got left off at, the Four of Swords, this is that it's a pause in action. Like I said, it's not really any physical activity during this time. It's more of a inner thing, kind of like resting. The divine, your divine counterpart could be going through a period of, like I said, this mini awakening, mini dark night of the soul, where they're reflecting, they're staying in a place of solitude, and some of them are like praying for clarity, understanding, praying to free themselves out of certain situations. Some of you guys may be in a state of prayer and meditation and just kind of isolating yourself in some instance. With hopeless, then you get the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, this is like you're a student. Someone's a student. Someone is, there may be like a small opportunity that comes in. It could be like more so focusing on financial endeavors right now, or putting a pause on financial endeavors for some of you. Like it might not be the time for that for some, but I see like a small opportunity that presents itself. Are you okay, Ollie? The Knight of Swords. It could be some communication here and there, or it could be like, I don't see this as delays, but in some sort of way it can be like you start to notice that communication slows down between you and this person, or you guys aren't, if there's no communication at all between you, don't worry about it. But for those of you who may be in communication with this person, it may slow down just a little bit. Then you have Eight of Helpless and Hopeless. So your perception on things, are just kind of like your whole attitude, may be, you're starting to look at things on the bright side. And it could be because you're picking up your divine counterpart's energy, that they're finalizing these lower vibrational thoughts. Because you have the 8 and then you have the 9. So there was some sort of progression mentally with these lower vibrational thoughts, or just feeling limited, not really seeing the bright side of things. So maybe you're kind of walking in this faith, like, you know, this person is, you're starting to see clearly, or you might be getting yourself out of these lower vibrational thoughts. Yeah. It's the ending of that. So you have the World card, the Ten of Swords, and the Sun. So there's clarity. There's looking at things on the bright side, completing out these things that held you back once, or this person, whatever held them back once. Like they're freeing themselves of a situation. This could also be inner child energy. Like finally, there's this rejuvenation. This you guys will feel completely rejuvenated at some point, and this could be removing these blockages, clearing these energies that are holding you down specifically, because this is your spread. So let's see, what have you mastered, or or what are you potentially going to master during this planetary alignment with the new moon and the Mercury retrograde? Letting go. You mastered the art of letting go. It says, I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So this is you surrendering to what is, and this is where you give birth to things. Because these fishes for me are like fertility. So it could be that you're just moving, you're flowing. There's no blocks, there's no caps on what you can have and what you can do. You're releasing that energy of limitation. See the divine masculine energies, where the divine masculine, where you guys are at. How is this new moon in Pisces and this Mercury retrograde going to affect the divine masculine's energy within the union within themselves and a union with their divine counterpart, known or unknown? I think this is Odin or Iden. Guidance. This is your overall energy, guidance. So let's see. Balance, which is like the Temperance card. Flow, the Wheel of Fortune. Got a lot of major arcana cards. Spread your wings and change your focus. So mentally, so overall energy is guidance. So much like divine feminine energy, you're paying attention to your guidance too. Because I feel like with them, it was more like they have spiritual guidance that they're taking on and they're listening to, but this is you listening to your own inner guidance within yourself. Like you're starting to follow your intuition and have confidence in following what you know, or what you believe to know. Then you have balance in your mental position. So your focus is on coming together. Well, this is coming together mainly with yourself, but also with your divine connection. Like you're becoming whole within the self. Your feminine and masculine aspects within yourself is becoming whole. You're merging into yourself. There's a change that you're seeing within yourself. But it's also like you want to merge with your other half. Some of you guys are yearning for your other half. Six of Swords. This is because you've cleared things mentally. You cleared a lot of burdens. You cleared a lot of emotional and mental blockages. Yeah, you've done the work with the Eight of Pentacles, and you are doing the work, whether you realize it or not. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the flow card and your emotional position. So how you're feeling is just like you're feeling a lot. Your feelings may change a lot, which is why maybe divine feminine energy feels like you're kind of losing or giving up, or like you don't care anymore, because you're shifting. You're coming into a new phase, a new energy. You're flowing with whatever divine spirit is guiding you, and whatever direction spirit is guiding you in, your spiritual team. Because there's already things written and set in place, but I feel like this is rejuvenation. This is like a baptism. You cleanse yourself. It's like you initiated into this essence, like your wholeness, who you are, like you're coming into your own true essence. And I feel like in your heart, that's where your focus is right now, is making these divine changes within yourself and trusting that whatever is meant to be is meant to be. Like you're in a place of surrender and trusting the divine spirit. A lot of cards came out. So you're not trying to control things. The Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, which is the flow card in this deck. So you are definitely on the right path. You're following divine spirit's guidance when you just allow spirit to take the wheel. You are listening to your guides, because they have all the answers. They know, they know the assignment, they know the lesson, they know the path ahead, and trusting is far more easier. With the Seven of Cups, I feel this could be you fantasizing and daydreaming about like how you wish to move forward. You're very excited about what the future holds. The Six of Wands, you may be very proud of yourself. This was like a long time coming. You may have mastered overcoming a lot of things. You're starting to see a lot of signs and synchronicity surrounding your connection, or just things that you're on the right track. You feel connected with the universe again, maybe, or you're starting to feel that connection to yourself again, which is beautiful. You're coming into your own, but this is in a new way. You have passion. Like, you're excited as to, with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands, you took on like some sort of inspired action, or you feel like there's an opportunity for you to expand and to grow or move forward in a new way in life. Like, you're starting to see your journey in a whole new light, or you're starting to see a journey ahead. And then you have Spread Your Wings, which is the Two of Wands in this deck. So yeah, your perception is like sky's the limit, and I'm open, I'm receptive, especially when it comes to a divine connection. Like, whether you know your divine counterpart or not, you are definitely open to what love has to offer, and you're willing to spread your wings and walk in a new, like, you have a new pep in your step. It's just like you're not the same person that you once were. You feel like a teenager again for some of you. Like, you feel like a teenager. So this card came out in the feminine energy with the Four Swords. So now is not really the time. This is more of a time to continue to work with your spirit guides, work with your angels, work with God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. This is a time to work. You still have some work to do spiritually with the Justice card. You still have some karmic ties, or you still have some lessons to learn with the Knight of Swords. And I feel like you're willing and you're ready. You want to get things moving again. Some of you guys, this is cutting off of a third-party situation, or a person that you feel like is dead weight and is kind of like has inserted themselves into your connection or into this new phase that you're going in. You feel like this person needs to, it's time to exit. Stage left. Change your focus, which is the Five of Cups. So you may be kind of like sad, or feeling like your divine feminine energy may have given up on you, or doesn't love you anymore, or isn't thinking about you anymore, or that you guys might be thinking that you've wasted time. Like, you might have played games with maybe not your divine feminine, but maybe other women or men in the past. You played a lot of games, and now you're kind of like, I don't know anymore if, you know, I'm even deemed worthy of love anymore because of the games that I played with this person or that person. And some of you guys, yeah, you're afraid that your divine feminine energy is like, they've given up on this situation. They've given up on you. They've shut the door on you. They don't care anymore. They don't want to put any more energy into this. They're slipping away. Yeah, that's how you feel. The Five of Cups, clarifying the Five of Cups, and then the Three of Cups. This is like, you feel like, I've hurt so many people. I've hurt so many women, or I've hurt so many men, and I don't really deserve love like that. And it's also like, you see your divine feminine possibly out there enjoying her life, or enjoying his life. They're enjoying themselves, and you're just over here kind of sad because it seems like they don't care. And that's the thing about that, is that's your ego, because it's like, what do you want the feminine to do? To be sad and to be like crying over you and desperately running behind you and isolating themselves to the point where they don't have a life anymore? Like, what are you expecting? But it's like, it's kind of teaching you how to have self-love, an unconditional love also as well, because you have to learn how to love your partner unconditionally and allow them to live their own life. You don't control. Like, that's not a loving energy. When you're trying to force and control things, that's not an unconditional loving factor. Unconditional love is, I want to see you happy regardless of that. If that means me and you are together, if that means it's someone else that makes you happy, as long as you're happy, I'm happy for you. Or unconditional love is, I allow you to be who you are, as as you are, and I'm not here to change you nor fix you, and vice versa. We have to learn that unconditional loving factor, that we don't really, in essence, we don't own anybody. We don't own anything or anyone. That's a egotistical concept, that we own things, and nothing in this world is really ours, if that makes sense. So let's see, what will you master, or what have you mastered? Let's see, my masculine. Exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. So you're exceeding your expectations. So you could have like a limited perspective on things right now, and you're just like you have like specific expectations, and that's like coming from limitations. When you don't really have any expectations other than for things to be positive and for things to work out and be good for you or others in the end, then that means that you're leaving the doors open for spirit to give you limitless opportunities. When you have specific expectations, you're putting a cap on things, you're putting a limit on things. So I feel like what you're going to master is exceeding your expectations and looking at things from a limitless perspective, and also seeing yourself as worthy for much more than what you are asking for. So keep that in mind. It's kind of like, Spirit, I would like to have this or that, but if there's something much better for me, Spirit, you better believe I'm open for whatever you have for me, because you know essentially what is good for me and what I will essentially be truly happy with. I might think I want this situation. I might think I want this car, this house, this person, this scenario to take place like this. But ultimately, you know what the perfect person is, or the perfect time, the perfect house, the perfect car is for me. And I trust that if it's not that, then it's something better for me. And that's the trust in God. But when we are like codependent, and when we're in a place of control and limited thinking, we think it only has to be something like this, or it has to be this way or one way. We don't trust God. Therefore, nothing really moves in that energy, in that state. You're just going to be focusing on lack. So I'm just saying. So let's see where the divine connection is at between you two right now. Based upon this new moon in Pisces and the Mercury retrograde, how is this going to affect the union as a whole? How is this going to affect the union as a whole? Reconciliation permanently. Oh shit. Excuse my language. Desire and attract. My handwriting sucks. Forgiveness. Healthy dynamic. You can't see it, but it says girlfriend. My lighting is pink, so it's picking up the pink. Let me get this. It's picking up the pink ink in the light, so you can't see it. The bottom card is meeting. Spiritual connection. Some of you guys are going to be meeting your divine counterpart this month, because I get the feeling that some people have not truly met their divine counterpart, and some people may be under the illusion that maybe someone was their divine counterpart when they really weren't, and they discovered that, and they've accepted that truth. Or some people are still under kind of like this perception that maybe someone is, but at the same time they're open to the fact that maybe it may not be this person. But just take whatever resonates. Some of you guys will be meeting with your divine counterpart this month. If, you know, if it's that person, or if it's not that person, it's whoever your divine counterpart is meant to be. You will meet with that person regardless. Heart-to-heart conversations in past life relationship. So you guys are going to have some talks about the past when it comes to your relationships. So some of you guys, this is someone that you already have had a relationship with, or somebody that's coming back into your life that you have to have an important conversation about your relationship, or the past, what happened in the past between you two. Because I feel like at some point, maybe it wasn't time for you guys to talk this out, or maybe in the past it wasn't time for this person to hear what you had to say, or they couldn't hear what you had to say, or they didn't want to, or you didn't want to hear or talk, whatever. Because I feel like somebody wants to put the past behind them now. So it's like, at first, this woman in the car was trying to get his attention and he wasn't listening. Now he's trying to get her attention. Some of you guys, this is an ex that you need to um, reconcile your differences, meaning like let bygones be bygones and move on. Maybe this person is holding on to you and it's like it's hard for you to move forward with the relationship, or this person is ready to talk now about something, because you do have reconciliation permanently. So there is important conversations that need to be had, but it may not be able to take place during the Mercury retrograde. Maybe in some cases they are. If they were delayed outside of the Mercury retrograde, then now during the Mercury retrograde, it's time to revisit those things. So it could be for some of you, that's how it's going to go down. For others, it may go down after the Mercury retrograde that you have these important conversations. It seems like there is a desire or an attraction towards one another, or desire or attraction towards the same thing. There is an element of needing to forgive. There was a block in coming together once and for all, because it may have not been time, but I feel like just overall though. And it could also have been like you guys are having a hard time manifesting some sort of coming together in the way that you saw fit or what you wanted, or the timing. So you have 2 kings here. So yeah, someone needs to let go of one person in order to welcome in the other. Then you have the Fool card. So until you free yourself, maybe there's 2 men that are pulling on your energy, 2 masculine energies, I should say, pulling on your energy. One of them may be the one while the other one may not be the one. It could be something that goes down like that. Or it could be a situation where like you have to make a decision between your heart and your logical mind when it comes to your connection. Or it could be that a person represents your heart and your soulmate connection, while the other person represents what's logical, what's rational, what fits the status quo, what you're used to. With the Fool card, this is definitely liberation. You got to free yourself of something, and I feel like you're going to feel liberated and free. Maybe you need to let go of 2 people, period. Let go of these 2 types of energies. If it's not like 2 people specifically, it could be energy types of a person. Yeah, forgiveness needs to take place, because that's also what's blocking your connection. And it's not just forgiving your counterpart or forgiving each other, but it's forgiving yourself. It's forgiving other people. It's like you gotta you need to emotionally let go and release of what holds you back. And this could be things from your past. This can be guilt. This can be fears. This could be worrying about other people still that have moved on past you, and you're still holding that resentment, or you're still holding on to things that you did in the past and you haven't fully forgiven yourself. So you still got some healing to do. The Lover's card. Yeah, so some of you guys do have resentment towards the fact that a lover had walked out on you and left you hanging. That so-called, that's what it feels. Or they left you for something what you perceive to be better. Like, oh, they must have thought that I wasn't good enough, or, something like that. You have to let that situation be. You got to dead that situation. You have to cut cords with that situation. And during this new moon, I would definitely say, because it's in Pisces, it's a time to like inwardly reflect on everything and focus on your desires and everything, but go a little bit deeper in your emotions and see what it is that's blocking you from your dreams. Healthy dynamic. I feel like this is Spirit saying focus on the healthy dynamics in your life and the healthy dynamics that you wish to see. Like, what is a healthy relationship to you, and what is not a healthy relationship to you? If you have to cut cords with people in your life who do not serve you, they're not helping you, they're not bringing anything to the table, the table, they're not helping you evolve, they're not helping you grow, then it's time to cut cords with that too, because you got to make room for the healthy energies. You can't have it's like having rotten food. Like, you can't cook with rotten fish and then add fresh fish in there. Like, how does that work? Like, I like food, y'all. So I always have like something to do with food. So just think about it. Like, I want to have like a loving partner and a good guy or a good woman, but I'm still holding on to like friendships that are like negative and there's gossip, or I want a new group of friends, a sisterhood, a brotherhood, but I have like these low life people that all they want to do is smoke and drink all day, or they don't want to better themselves and they refuse to heal and do what they need to do. That's like, you can't add new people in your life until you get rid of this. You want a loving partnership, but you're still holding on to what somebody did to you in the past, or you're still holding on to what your partner said, and rather than forgiving them, whatever the case may be, like, yeah, you got to let go. The devil card, these are toxic relationships. Um, you got to see what's healthy. Yeah, you guys need to heal. Three of Swords. Heal your heart chakra. Release these bondages on the heart. Whatever's blocking you from receiving love. So you're still kind of learning as a Page of Pentacles. You're still going through the lessons and still being triggered by certain things. And whatever's triggering you, that's just showing you what you have yet to heal and what you need to heal or release. Then you have girlfriend. So some of you guys, this could be that you are no longer single. You come out of singlehood into becoming someone's one and only, or you come out of girlfriend status into the next level, which could be engagement or something. Clarify. Yeah, someone wants, like, this is a divine masculine, higher self, the Emperor, and the Six of Pentacles. Someone wants to give to you in ways that you have not received before. They want to give you something stable. With the Magician card, and it could be something that you've been trying to manifest for quite some time. Could be something you've been trying to manifest. Okay, so let's see what you guys want to say to each other. What do you guys want to say to each other? Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine during this Mercury retrograde, during this Pisces new moon. What is it that the Divine Feminine wants to say to their Divine Masculines? Collectively and energetically. I might not be able to capture everybody's energy, so just take what resonates. I've got work to do, flew out. So you're acknowledging that you're not completely healed and you're not completely ready to receive this connection in the way that you would like to. So you are acknowledging that you've got work to do. You really have nothing to fear when it comes to me. So you want them to know that they have not lost you, that you're still here for them. You still love them. You still care about them. November. Something about November. This could be somebody's birthday. This could be something important about November. So if that sticks out to you, take whatever resonates with that month. There's someone else. So some of you guys have decided to date around. But that's something temporary. Like, maybe you guys know that this is just temporary. Maybe you want them to know there's nothing to fear when it comes to someone else. Like, there's no one else but you. I'm just working on myself. Maybe you had someone in the past during November. You had someone else, but you're saying there's really nothing to trip off of when it comes to that. But I'm working on myself. That's what this is for most of you. Take whatever resonates. That's what you want your Divine Masculine to know. Let's see what the Divine Masculine wants the Divine Feminine to know collectively. Leave me alone. I had to go. I see signs. May. It's not that serious. There's nights I can't sleep without thinking about you. Okay, so this person was like, maybe you left them alone during May. Like you walked out of their life during the month of May or something, or month of May could be something specific to you guys. But this person, like, is asking you to kind of leave them be right now, and not in like a negative sense, I don't feel. They don't want you to leave them alone negatively. Some of them don't want you to leave them alone. But this person is saying if they are telling you to leave them be, then it's because they had to go away for a while. They needed to take care of something emotionally, because this card is green. The green ink, you can't really see it in the lighting, but it's green. So they had something in the heart space that they needed to work on or to heal. They are seeing signs and synchronicities when it comes to you, or they're seeing signs and synchronicities. They're starting to notice numbers, signs, dreams, whatever. They're starting to see things. whatever it is, like the facts, like it's not that serious. So something they may have said may have triggered you, and they're letting you know that it's not that serious. Like it's nothing to be upset over. Um, if you guys are wondering about another person or something, they're saying that it's not that serious, and maybe they've already expressed this to you. And then it says there's nights I can't sleep without you. So they can't sleep with the Four of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I kept pulling those same cards. They're having a hard time sleeping without thinking about the situation. They're very worried, for some of them, about whether or not you've walked away, you've left them. Some of them, they just miss you being with them. There could be distance. Maybe they had a moment where you guys got to sleep together, or you guys had spent nights together before, or one night together or something, and they miss you being with them. So that's what they want you to know. All right, take whatever resonates. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next reading, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check out the description box below. And until next